It's been 4 years since we saw the events of Arkham City transpire, and now we finally have our last installment in the Arkham trilogy. Batman Arkham Knight shows us what it's made of, by providing us with a darker story, an open world, and new gameplay features. While it does get pulled down by a good amount of repetition, Rocksteady have still managed to capture how it really feels to be the Batman. Now here's a quick disclaimer, this review is completely spoiler free. I will not be spoiling any key moments from Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham Origins and Arkham City. With that out of the way, let's get on into it. Batman Arkham Knight is probably the best looking of all the Arkham games. Gotham City is a dark and grungy location full of destruction and mayhem. The feeling created by the city really adds to the tone of the story. The characters in the city have all been designed in such a way that they really create a sense of realism, and the voice acting, especially Scarecrow, is superb. The story of previous Arkham games has always been on the dark side, but Arkham Knight manages to go darker. Throughout the game you'll experience terrifying and emotional moments, usually brought on by Scarecrow's fear gas. Most of the characters like Scarecrow, Two-Face and Penguin have all been redesigned or changed around to add to this darker tone. The Arkham Knight himself gives the story a more of a it's personal type feel, as he knows the Batman and he knows all of his moves. This provides a serious challenge for the player, and on the larger scale the Arkham Knight is a great addition to the story. Arkham Knight sees the return of the free flow combat, predator takedowns and detective work of the previous games. In this game the combat has been greatly upgraded. Batman can now move faster, take down multiple enemies quickly and use objects in the environment for takedowns. Rocksteady have also brought in dual combat, which allows you to team up with Nightwing or Robin and switch between them and Batman while keeping up your combos. It's truly one of the greatest features I've seen in the game so far and really changed around the combat. The Batmobile is probably the biggest addition to the gameplay. The Batmobile is great when driving around Gotham and being all scary and powerful, but falls short when you have to use the tank mode. The story really pushes you to use this and after a while becomes really repetitive. The tank just doesn't really fit in with the rest of the story and kind of pulls the player out of it, I think. Also, it doesn't just fit in with like the tone of Batman. It's not something you'd see Batman using, which is kind of weird. I don't know what they were trying to achieve by putting this in, it obviously didn't work out. Personally, I feel Arkham Knight is a worthy follow-up to Arkham City and ties up the trilogy beautifully. Though it does suffer with repetition, once you look past this, it is truly a great game. Batman Arkham Knight gets a gag rating of 9. You can find a link to the full written version of this review, which is on our blog down in the description below. Don't forget to check out our Twitter and Facebook pages if you want to keep up to date with us, or just simply click the subscribe button below. And remember, for all your news, reviews, playthroughs and previews, stick with Goin All Gamer.